I want to tell you the benefits of utilizing software to trade for yourself. Now, I have been a manual trader for many, many years. Now, utilizing a software to trade for me over the last 30 days, I just want to go over my experience and the pros and cons on both sides of the coin. One side of the coin, manual trading, the other side of the coin, software trading. Without further ado, let's jump right to it. My name is Matt Jimenez, and if you don't know who I am an entrepreneur who has worked with the greatest minds in finance over the last several years, and I'm here to pour into you guys everything that they poured into me. So today, I just want to be a realist. Let's get down to manual trading, pros and cons, and on the flip side of it, I will talk about the pros and cons of software trading. The first thing that I like to touch on as a manual trader is, simply put, emotions. When making investments and being so hands-on, quite literally hands-on executing trades, you have an emotional bias to the position that you're taking, whether it be in a certain asset that you love or long or short, or your friend told you about it. There's some type of biasy there that will always give you an emotional input to what your action is. And utilizing software completely eliminates that. I've seen so many people, including myself, take positions based out of emotion. But not only that, I've seen positions go south. You'll execute a trade, and after X amount of time, the trade turns around, but it was going so well, and you've made such a big emphasis to your friends about this trade that you just simply don't want it to go wrong. So you either continuously add more margin into the position and end up wiping yourself out. There's so many caveats to how your emotions play into you executing on trades that I simply cannot make a video long enough to elaborate how in depth your emotions play on your decision making. Literally, let's break down the word emotion. It's energy plus motion. Put them together, you're doing something with your energy at that current moment and translating it into a motion. Energy, motion, emotion. Makes sense, right? And the best thing about software is I don't really have any intellectual input onto the software to say, do this trade or do that trade. There's no biasy there whatsoever. In fact, I am not even aware of all the trades it's taking after a full days of trading. I have to go in and manually look at the log to see what we even did. I have no idea what we did the day because it did all the decision making for me, which takes out a massive amount of stress. As a manual trader, you're thinking that I have to find a trade for the day, multiple trades for the day, multiple trades for the week, and so forth, because now I'm not doing any of the decisions myself. Software trading eliminates all emotion. That is the number one benefit that I felt thus far utilizing the software. The next point I'd like to make is how omnipresent you could be on the charts. As a manual trader, let's be real. There's no possible way that you can be watching 24 pairs, which the software is always watching for me. I don't have to watch any of it. There's no way as a manual trader that you're able to do that. It's merely impossible. You could have as many monitors as you want. Even if you did fill up 24 charts on your monitors, you still cannot give the proper analysis to make decisions on all 24 pairs at any given moment. Omnipresence is another massive benefit of utilizing the software. It has completely eliminated any burdensome thought that I need to look at all these charts and make sure that I'm finding all the proper setups, because that's the key, right? You want to find the setup that your strategy is, and in order to find your setup, you need to be looking at all the charts at any given moment, especially if you have not found the trade you need for the day, for the week, or for the month to pay those bills, because you want to be a full-time trader. And again, I hate to belittle manual trading because it was such a dream of mine in the past that I would completely distance myself from anything that would be opposing to that dream. And now that I've came to terms, I've started really seeing the benefits of utilizing software over me doing it myself. So that's the second thing. Omnipresence on all charts at all times. You can't do that as a human. And I mean that quite literally. You cannot do it as a human. You have to sleep. You have to go to the bathroom. You have to eat. For myself, I have to go to the gym. So those are 4 things that are keeping me away from charts. And I'm pretty sure you have your own routine that you must do in order to have a certain quality of life that you want. In order to keep my quality of life, yet be active on the charts, the software has completely 100x'd my omnipresence and my activeness in trading without me really having to be active. Now to the last point of this video, when it comes to learning how to day trade, there is an immense amount of learning that goes into it. One, you have to pick out a strategy that suits you best, whether it's a combination of a plethora or it's just one simple one. For me, I used price action, I used indicators, and I also paid close attention to fundamentals, because that would allow me to see there's going to be X amount of volatility coming up because X, Y, and Z. But we're not going to talk about strategy today. So when it comes to the software, I didn't really need to learn much. All I needed to learn was how to basically set up an account and log in, and then maybe click a few buttons. I didn't have to learn how charts work. I didn't have to learn how to trade. I didn't have to learn how to close a trade. I didn't have to learn support and resistance, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, all those things out the window. So the learning curve for utilizing a software is probably 1/100th of becoming a profitable trader. Also, let alone the learning curve is also filled with tons of tuition. And what I mean by tuition is basically how much you're going to donate to the markets in the time that you're able to become profitable. Everybody pays tuition, whether it's starting a business, trading, whatever it may be. Tuition is the efforts gone out without the return back. Oftentimes that results in much loss. The software, none. I didn't have any of that. There was zero. And I know that sounds insane, but it's the fact of the matter. I have had zero loss while learning the software, because learning took 60 minutes. And now I just open up the software once in the morning and then sometimes once before bed, just to make sure everything's still running properly. And that's it. It takes maybe 7 minutes of my day max. Meanwhile, there's still over 300 trades being taken on a monthly basis so far from what I've experienced. Some other people, I don't know, maybe it's more trades, maybe it's less. Again, I don't develop the software. I don't sell it. I don't do any of that. I just use it. This is just from my experience, from me to you. And if you found any value from this video, and if you have any questions whatsoever, leave it in the comments below, and I will personally engage with you and be able to tell you anything that I have learned firsthand or find out the information for you. So if you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps me a ton and makes me want to do these videos more than I already want to do. And before I let you go, if you're interested in the software that I'm using the FedBot. The link is down below. If you're curious and want to find out more without leaving a comment, you could just click that link and you could talk to the specialists who know most. But either way, safe trading, my friends. Peace.